cooking. We're gonna make us some food now.
Alrighty guys, bush cooking again, and I'll tell you what, I think the real essence of bush cooking is about cooking in the bush with simple ingredients. Now we're going to do, and what I'm going to cook up, is I'm going to cook up a fruit and nut damper, okay? So, I've got, which I've found, and I think it doesn't have any wrapping on it because it, got ripped off, but I think this is a tin of apples, sort of like cooking apples, so I'm going to go with that. So we'll bust that open in a minute, and we might find some apples in there, or you might find some spinach, which isn't going to go with my fruit and nut damper. That's all right. So first of all, to make a damper, you need self-raising flour. We just whack a bit of self-raising flour in. Now, we've got some eggs here, so let's crack some eggs. Whack those suckers straight in. 1 and 2. Don't chuck the shells in. You don't want shells in your damper, it makes it crunchy, then it's a crunchy damper. All right, so a couple of eggs, just mix them with the flour. There we go. So they're a little bit mixed up. Yeah, poor old eggs, they're mixed up, Maybe they should go and see a psychiatrist. Anyway, so let's get rid of that because I'm going to use this to crush up my nuts. So there we go, I've just crushed up a few nuts there. So we're going to whack that in there as well. So I'm just putting a handful of that in for the moment. There we go, we got some apples. So I'm going to chuck a few of those apples in. Now this will help with the sweetness, so this will make it quite sweet. There we go, look how chunky that little damper is. That's what we're calling chunky damper. Okay, now, because the apples, they are, well, I was about to read the label, but there is no label. But by the smell of those, they won't have a lot of sugar in them. Not that we like lots of sugar, because it's not really good for your sugar. Remember that one, kiddies? Sugar is bad, but it tastes so good. And, but that's just how it goes. So we're going to put honey in because honey is like a really good substitute for sugar because it's very organic. Comes from those little flying things. So we mix that up and you can see how tasty this little mix is. And what I'm actually doing is I want to mix it a little bit more than I normally would because I want to squash the apples, like those chunks of apples start to squash through the mix. And you can see how now all the ingredients are sitting in there and they're nice and mixed up. Now you've got no sort of wet, dry spots in there and wet and dry spots because you don't want them sort of appearing in your damper when you break it open. You know what I mean? You don't want a big floury patch in the middle. All right, we're good. I think we're good. So I'm actually going to put this one in my special little tin, which is behind here. And I'm gonna rub some, here we go, got a bit of olive oil here, because I don't want the sucker to stick to the bottom as per usual. So I'm gonna get a little bit of flour on my hands. Can't do this in your mum's kitchen at home. And a little bit on top of there, just so I can sort of play with my damper without getting all sticky mess up. See what I'm doing here. I'll sort of work it a little bit so I can actually get it sitting in my hand. There you go, look at that. And then I'm gonna thin this one out. So it'll actually be more like a flat damper cake than a sort of lumpy damper, as in a big rounded mound. So it'll actually spread out a little bit. So it'll actually cook in the center evenly all the way around, and you'll actually cook it a lot quicker, would you believe? So that's our damper there, get the mix off your hands. And I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Now, I've got my camp oven, so we're ready to take it to the fire. Alrighty, got ourselves some good coals going on there. Let's whack that sucker in there. Whack it straight on top of them. And a little bit on top, like that. And we're good to go. I reckon that one's going to take about 30 minutes. All right, there we go. She's ready to rock and roll, that one. So let's get her out of the little flash tin here. You'll see how easy that is. Quick as lightning, and hopefully, just double check, she hasn't stuck to the tin. All right, she's off. Oh, she stuck a little bit there because I think I roasted it a fraction too long. That's all right. So she's a little bit what we call glazed on the bottom. Not burnt, glazed. All right. And this is what she looks like. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut her open and have a look inside and see how tasty this little morsel is. Because dampers, nothing beats a damper for smoko. Oh, look at that. Cup of tea, some damper. Nothing better to chew on for morning tea in the bush. So there you go, folks. And of course, I've got my honey here. I'm going to drizzle a bit of honey over the top. That should be enough, I reckon. Oh, that's tasty. I can't wait to chew into that.
That smell is wafting over there, buddy.
I got you out of the woodwork.
I got me tea.
You got your tea?
Now I just need a bit of damper.
Would you like a bit?
That bit?
No, just hang on, man. All right.
It smells good.
This one you'll enjoy. I think you'll like this one. It's got all your favourites.
It's got all the good gear.
There you go. Grab that one, mate. Hook in.
Bit of honey there. Look, get a bit of that going on. Good job,
The
mate.
old honey.
Good job.
It looked like a good one. It come up really well.
Oh, that's heaven.
Hell yeah. Put it there, brother.
In the bush.
There you go. Even Simon
That
will,
is damn good.
even Simon will eat that.
Thanks, mate.
It is actually nice. I hope you like that recipe because there's many more in my new bush cookbook about that much with a bonus DVD.
Cooking, gonna make us some food now.